in the shotgun here.
Yeah, and obviously, the way that first drive looked, though, with Reneman just punching it in, or that was the second drive, but the way the Highland have been rolling, this could be another two-play drive right here. Let's just wait and see.
As the Hawks will start from their own 9-yard line. They're by far their worst starting field position. As Bub on first down will hand off to Irby Bell, and he will pick up about 3 yards on first down. And so it'll bring up 2nd and 7 now for the Hawks from the 12-yard line.
Another update from the Suns game. Yusuf Nurkic just brought the boom. He put him up 2 seconds with 30 seconds. I'm sorry, 2 points with 30 seconds left. Again, ESPN has an incredible matchup going on right now. It's really distracting me from my work right here.
Good news for me is when I'm at work, I get to watch the Suns games. If you guys see me at the Footprint Center, be free to say hello. As Bubs on second down will hand off to Irby Bell. And he has some room down the left side. There he goes all the way to the 50, and he'll be pushed out of bounds at the 43. What a great run for Irby Bell there on second down.
Run. That might have been more influential than Alexander Graham Bell with the telephone right there. What an incredible run, and just really setting the tone of this game.
As you see, a great block from those wide receivers. Max Brown on the outside, really opening up that space on the outside for Irby Bell to get outside, and that'll bring up 1st and 10 from the Desert Ridge 46-yard line, 47-yard line.
The only unfortunate bit is he's not fast enough to outrun those Desert Ridge guys. Really nice to see, though, that defense, they've been battered a little bit. They've been on the team. The field's so long, and just to see him still put in that hustle down 35, it's really good to see.
On first down, Bubs will go play action, a little bit of a rollout, and he will get only about 3 yards on first down. That'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Hawks now.
Yeah, either a play action or maybe a weird RPO right there. I doubt we'll see much in the second half of Bo.
Yeah, and so that'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Hawks from the Desert Ridge 44-yard line. Boston Reneman in the backfield, one receiver to Bub's right, as he'll hand off to Reneman on second down, as he will truck him at, Irby Bell again on the carry, and that'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Hawks. Probably their first third down of the game. They haven't really had much going on.
And it's overtime in Dallas.
As I was.
Oh!
Penalty was 0 seconds left. With the opportunity to win this game.
Yusuf Nurkic. Terrible start to the season with Yusuf Nurkic, but he's been showing some absolute brilliance these last couple games. Suns could pull this out. This is going to be an incredible win. They were tied up. They had 20 seconds on the clock to make something happen. Although the refs are talking.
As Bubs will line up in the shotgun for 3rd and 4. He'll look over the middle to Max Brown, and it's in and out of his hands. And the Hawks, for the first time, do not convert on 3rd down. And maybe will send their special teams on the field. They will send Tyler Johnson on the field. And so for the first time in this game, the Hawks offense does not score a touchdown, and they will send him on the field. They will send the punting unit out on the field. However, we have seen some trickery from the Hawks in the past on some of these fake punts, so you never know. But it looks like the Hawks are going to be kept out of the end zone for the first time in this game.
And not a situation where you want to show one of your trick plays up so big, up 35 points. You're going to punt it away, not show anything that one of your playoff foes can put on tape. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is just a pretty normal average.
Although they could bring the boom.
Johnson is set to punt it away, as it'll be a really good punt to about the 3-yard line, where it will be received. And he has some room down the right sideline, and will get all the way to the 26-yard line. So really good punt. Interesting decision to take it out, but it works out for them, as Desert Ridge will start on the 26-yard line. That's Ryland Sargent on the return for Desert Ridge, and they'll start at their own 26.
Yeah, the kick was very Chad Ryland-esque. Again, the NFC Special Teams Player of the Week. Just with some absolutely beautiful punts for the Arizona Cardinals versus the Bears.
As this drive starts, we'll give you a little time update. 35-0, obviously, is the score, as you can see. But 4:36 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, and Desert Ridge looking to finally get something going. Looks like Julian will be back in the backfield. Andre Gonzalez appears unable to return at this point, so he'll line up with 3 receivers to his left as he'll pitch it to Regibale, and he will get about 4 yards on first down for second, and bring up 2nd and 6 as they are watching the Suns game here. As I will continue to call the football game, they will give you an update once they see what happens on these free throws. But
Yeah.
Desert Ridge has 2nd and 6 with about 4 minutes left in this first half, down 35 to
Yeah,
nothing.
just a reminder, really good sporting event on ESPN.
And there's an even better game going on here tonight, so let's see how this drive goes for the Jaguars.
Blake Julian will line up in the backfield, will hand to Regibale, and he'll have some room as he'll get hit hard, though. And it looks like he'll be stopped about a yard short, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 1 for Desert Ridge. Finally starting to get some of these 3rd and shorts, which they were unable to get early in this game. And so Desert Ridge looking to convert here. And you wouldn't be surprised, and with the score line, with the amount of time left in this half, if this was 4 down territory.
Yeah, absolutely 4 down territory. Try to get something going here for the Jaguars. And we see them line up on 3rd and 1. And a timeout?
So no, they have to send off one of their players because Andrew Hines did not have knee pads on. You are not allowed to not have knee pads on in high school football. It's better than in soccer, though, because we get yellow cards if we do not have the proper equipment for them. They don't get penalized for it. But it will be 3rd
Jacob
and
here,
1.
showing his incredible game sense and just an eye for the details here. Love to see it.
I had no clue that knee pads weren't even allowed. Wow.
I didn't see that he was missing knee pads.
High school football, I can see the ref signaling it that he needed knee pads. But in high school football, the AIA does not allow anyone to not have knee pads. And you can see Desert Ridge having to call that timeout to try and get the personnel they want on the field for this big 3rd and 1 for them down 35-0 late in this first half.
Yeah, interesting. Why, if that's a rule, why you wouldn't just have them on for the entire game. But, you know, it's a safety thing, and we're all about safety for the players. We already saw Andre Gonzalez go down in this one, and we don't want any more. So
as we see Grady Crandall staring at the camera as he's trying to talk to the camera. We appreciate Grady Crandall and all these Hawks football players
And
for
Max.
consistently showing us love here at Hawk Productions.
Max with the incredible angle.
Yeah, that's Mini Max there.
Ooh.
Making some great shots, and we wish we could hear what he had to say, but we know it was probably something positive, maybe shouting out Highland Productions.
At Desert Ridge, Blake Julian will have 3rd and 1 from their own 34-yard line with 3:18 left in the first half. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. As he'll hand off, and he looks like he will maybe get the first down depending on the spot of the ball, and he will pick up the first down, but no more than that. Desert Ridge converts on 3rd down for the first time in a few drives.
And an update from the basketball game in Dallas. Suns win. Nurkic made 1 of 2, left 0.8 seconds left on the clock. They call a timeout. Luka Doncic gets it. He throws up a prayer, and it just isn't that close. So good job, Suns, with one of the best starts in franchise history. 8-1. Your Phoenix Suns are 8-1. Let's get excited.
Yeah,
I like that Budenholzer, dude.
As Desert Ridge on 1st and 10, Blake Julian will take the snap and get hit hard, and he'll throw it over the head of his receiver and over the head of corner Bo Tarwater, who has already had himself quite a game on the special teams side of the ball, looking to almost get another interception here on the defensive side of the ball.
And Highland just hitting hard here and forcing another errant throw from Blake Julian, the backup quarterback, coming in and, you know, starting valiantly for the Jaguars, making some big plays for him, but gets hit a little too hard, and that one just sails over Bo Tarwater's fingers.
And something that I think has made a real difference on this Hawks defense so far, especially on that front four, number 99, Logan Bonham, has returned from an injury. Nice to see him on the field, and you can see they're getting a lot of push on that interior D-line. As on 2nd and 10, Julian will toss it, and he'll have a lot of room. And there he goes, down the sideline, all the way in for a touchdown for Desert Ridge.
Jarrell Price there on that run. The little pitch play ends in a massive touchdown for the Desert Ridge Jaguars. Just a lapse on defense there for Highland, leaving up some big holes that Price was able to exploit.
Yeah, that looks like a DeMarcado run right there. Just a little bit of an HB swing out of the right. Unfortunately, went exactly the way it went for the Cardinals. And that could be the dagger right there. Desert Ridge just gaining some very valuable momentum. It's going to bring him to 6-35. Could be the start of something crazy.
A point after attempt.
And Desert Ridge.
I said 6. I didn't say 7.
You know, it's why you don't play with your food. Highland's got to continue to lock up defensively because a game can switch in a moment.
Yeah, we all saw that Hamilton Bishop Gorman game a few years ago. In high school football, anything can happen, as Desert Ridge's extra point is good, and they finally get 7 points on the board. With their only chunk play of this game so far results in an 80-yard touchdown run for Desert Ridge, and the Hawks still lead 35-7 with about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first half. So the Hawks offense will have a chance to run their 2-minute offense here, try and put some more points up on the board.
Yeah, obviously up 28, you're not sweating too much, but it's different from being up 35. Desert Ridge has just proven that they can score against this Highland defense. You have to remain on your toes because otherwise it could be a very interesting comeback. Reminds me of a certain Falcons-Patriots game.
Yeah, the Falcons fans are super thrilled to hear that on the broadcast. They thought they could get away for a few hours, but they cannot. 28-3, what a blown lead in the Super Bowl. but
the world won't let them forget about that one.
Until they win the Super Bowl, they will never forget about that one, as Desert Ridge will kick off for the first time since the start of the game from their own 40-yard line here.
Which ended up in a really good return for Highland.
Yeah, Highland ran a trick play on that last one with the pass across the field.
Lateral.
And let's see what the Hawks have drawn up on this kick return with Grady Crandall set to return this. As it's a short kick here, as it'll be fielded by Cruz Colmore, and he will not get anywhere, be stopped at the 20-yard line, and that is where the Hawks offense will take over with 2:28 left in this first half, up 35-7. On their last drive, for the first time, they were not able to find the end zone, looking to get back on track and find the end zone on this one.
Yeah, unfortunately, just for Highland right there on the return, the blockers don't materialize like they have on previous drives. They aren't able to get up and in front of Colmore right there, and it shows. He's tackled pretty hard by 2 guys at the 20.
Yeah, as Bubs on 1st and 10 from their own 24 will line up 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, as he'll throw over the middle to Anthony Martin, and it will be caught for a gain of 15.
With a flag in the backfield.
And there is a flag in the backfield. That is in the realm of usually offensive holding, and that is looking like it is exactly that, and the Hawks will probably have 2nd and 20 now from the 14-yard line.
Boo.
And I just want to give a special shout-out to our Highland girls flag football team. They won the region yesterday against rival Gilbert on a game-winning field goal, game-winning 45-yard field goal for these girls flag football team.
And let's not forget about that interception that set it up.
Yes, Noah saw the game. I was unable to watch some of it.
Yeah, girls flag football is on the rise in the country, and we love to see it.
Love to see it.
As Bubs on 1st and 20 will throw to the right side, and it will be caught by Max Brown, who will pick up all those penalty yards and a couple more, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Hawks.
Yeah,
so
2:17 left in this one. Has to get out of bounds there to stop the clock and let this offense continue to be able to run their 2-minute drill.
Yeah, and just going back to what we were talking about, shouting out our girls flag football team, it's always nice to see when they beat little brother in Gilbert High School. We do not like Gilbert at Highland, and it's nice to see Alexis Ely and company, the quarterback for Highland girls flag football, beating our rivals. As Bub on 2nd and 8 will throw, caught by Hayden Doherty.
Wow.
Down the left sideline. He has a lot of room and will be pushed out
out
at the 46-yard line of Highland, not Desert Ridge. He got pushed out the second time at Desert Ridge's 46, but will end up at Highland's 46.
Yeah, really good job by Bub there, extending the play. You can see he actually pushes forward a little bit, but he's not rushing the ball at all. He's just creating a new opportunity for himself to shove it over to Doherty right there, who hasn't really lit up the connection tonight. Really good to see it end up over there and just the extension of the play by Bub.
Hayden Doherty had an excellent game last week against Queen Creek, but this week not so heavily featured in this offense. Bub's been spreading it out, but Doherty's going to get his touches, and a big touch there for him.
As Bubs on 1st and 10 will throw over the middle to caught by Gavin Priest for a gain of about 18 for the Hawks, and the Hawks are now starting to find their rhythm, and it will be
finally
from the 36. No, but this is the first time they've had to really go down the field on a big drive, especially in that 2-minute offense, as Bubs will take the snap on 1st and 10, will throw down this, or over the middle, caught by Max Brown for a gain of 12 and another first down for the Hawks. They're really running this 2-minute offense very well.
Yeah, as you say, running the 2-minute offense really well. This drive started about 2:23 on the clock, and it's down only to 1:54. Highland is absolutely driving. Really good to see. They're just pounding it down the field.
As it looks like the Hawks will have another one of those pre-snap penalties. We've seen that all too often, and it'll bring up 1st and 15 from the 27-yard line.
Yeah, Highland just moving a little bit too quickly there, makes a mistake happen. And, 1st and 15 here for the Highland Hawks.
As Bubs will have line up on 1st and 15 from the 28. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Sends Cruz in motion. Will throw over the middle, caught by Hayden Doherty, and he will get all those penalty yards up. And he stays on his feet. And
how did he do that?
To the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, Highland Hawks.
It's witchcraft. It's sorcery. Tested for PEDs tonight.
Yeah, and that's number 66, James Fromm, was bearing down on Bub there, but Bub able to stand strong in the pocket and deliver the shot.
Yeah, we're going to watch that one back. He delivers the boom.
And
then the boom.
And he
stays up.
As now, with 1.5 minutes left, the Hawks have 1st and goal from the 3. Throw caught by Hayden Doherty. Or incomplete. He was unable to hold on to the ball. A little bit. It seemed like a miscommunication from between Bub and Doherty there. Looked like Bub wanted to run that fade route, that back shoulder fade, but Hayden Doherty ran an inside underneath route.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see that connection just lining up so late in the half here after a really good one in the last game against Queen Creek. Obviously, and then, but it's just adding a whole new dimension to this offense. Desert Ridge thinks they have us figured out finally, but then Hayden Doherty starts catching passes and trucking through you like you're a grain of sand. It's really crazy, and it's just going to shut him down once again.
As the Hawks will have 2nd and goal, the 1:26 left from the 3-yard line. Irby Bell in the backfield, and there is a whistle here. Unclear if there was a timeout or what is going on. Yeah, just a little bit. The bleachers are shaking up here. Noah is a little bit cold. He did not bring a jacket. Not very smart. It is a chilly day in Arizona.
It's my legs that
still much better than what it is when it is 100 degrees like at the beginning of the season. So still
it is
very
better.
lovely.
I am wearing some very old Vans which have the installation of a paper towel, so I'm really feeling the metal on the feet.
On 2nd and goal, Bub will hand off to Irby Bell, and he will be stuffed at about the 2.5-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal as the Hawks will bring out the big goal line package. Rhett Yair, Cooper Kamak, Jake Inglis, and number 20 running back and linebacker Grayson Sparks. As on 3rd and goal, Bubs will throw over the middle to Hayden Doherty for the touchdown. Highland Hawks. Doherty finds the end zone for the 4th straight week, and the Hawks extend their lead to 41-7.
Max Brown's loving it.
Yeah, and we couldn't get the replay going there for you, but let me paint the picture. Doherty dominating.
Yeah, just runs that crossing route over the middle on the play action. Seemed to fool those Desert Ridge linebackers, and Doherty found a little bit of space in that goal line zone defense, as Caden Leonard will be on to kick the extra point with Max Brown to hold, and the extra point is up, and it is good. And so the Hawks have extended their lead to 42-7 with 51 seconds left, and the Hawks have a 1:38 drive on the 2 minutes, starting at their own 20, goes 80 yards.
Yeah,
what
so
a great drive.
With those 2-minute drills, we so often see a lot of scripted plays that make it easy for the quarterback to manage the pressure and deliver darts. We see it with guys like Geno Smith all the time, so comfortable in that 2-minute drill. And Bub is just another example of a quarterback who can just perform well under the pressure, make the throws when he needs to, and it results in 7 here for the Highland Hawks.
Yeah, I really respect seeing this team go out there, not letting those 7 by Desert Desert Ridge go unanswered. Even as you're closing out the first half, you're trying to maybe sit on the bench for the second half, but you're not going to let them take 7 away from you unanswered. Highland's back up 35. Scorebug's going to take a second to update.
And honestly, when it's this chilly, I don't know if you want to be sitting on the bench. I was on the Highland boys varsity soccer last year, and I did spend my fair share of time on the bench in a reserve role, being ready to go for a minute cameos here and there, but it gets really cold this time of year. So if you're the Hawks, you honestly want to be on the field and running, as Kenny Leonard or Tyler Johnson will set to kick this one away, and it will be fielded at the 19-yard line. By Sargent, and he will get all the way up to the 37-yard line for Desert Ridge. And he, with about 45 seconds left, Desert Ridge trying to get on the board even more and trying to cut into Highland's 35-point lead, 42-7.
Yeah, so that's going to be Cecil Beckford, number 45 you saw there. Just missed the tackle back there, and it's able to open up Desert Ridge to get a couple more on the play, unfortunately. So Desert Ridge is going to have decent field position, some of the better that they've had this game, because Highland has just absolutely been able to shut them down on special teams. It's been a very dominant performance today. So seeing them line up on the right ahead of the 35 of their own is a really good start for them.
And it looks like Blake Julian will once again remain in the game for Desert Ridge. So unfortunate to not see Andre Gonzalez back, as we see Hayden Doherty, Boston Redmond, and this Hawks offense excited on the sideline. As Julian will hand off on first down. And Reggie has a big run up the middle for the second straight play for Desert Ridge. And Reggie finds the end zone. 11 seconds, one play, and Desert Ridge once again cuts into Highland's lead.
And once again, Highland caught sleeping there. Their defensive line not getting the push they need to, leaving some holes open. I basically feel like I'm just repeating myself here.
Yeah, are we getting a sense of deja vu up here in the studio?
Yes, I mean, I guess we are.
Bold assumption to call it a studio, actually.
Studio, we're just sitting here on the bleacher steps, but another splash play for this Jaguars offense, and they're looking a lot better in this second quarter than they did in the entire first quarter. 13 pending an extra point here for the Jaguars.
Yeah, and on 2 runs, actually on 1 run, but on 2 runs, Desert Ridge already has more rushing yards in this game than they have averaged all season. They average about 76 rush yards per game. They are at about 150 rush yards on 2 plays so far in this game.
Yeah, that's why you can't get caught sleeping. I mean, 42-14 may look comfortable, but you don't want to let them sneak back into this. Highland has to be better defensively.
Yeah, and the coaches are still going to be upset about that going into the halftime locker room. You know that coaches do not want to ever give up moments like that. It's going to happen in football that you give up points, but giving up 2 easy runs like that on 2 defensive mistakes probably from Highland on that front 4 is not what these coaches want to see. And so you never know, maybe Caleb Fisher and company can come back down the field and answer with a field goal or a touchdown to end the half with about 34 seconds left. Let's see where this kick goes for Desert Ridge.
Yeah, and we've had a super eventful last 3 minutes of the half. I mean, 21 total points scored, 14 by the Jaguars and 7 by the Hawks. Let's see what Highland chooses to do on this drive, whether they're going to try to take a couple of shot plays, get themselves in field goal range, or whether they'll be happy with the lead that they have now.
I will say, boys, that this does not seem like a field goal kicking kind of day.
No, it's very chilly.
As the kick will be short here, received at the 20-yard line by Drew Smith, and he'll have some room all the way up to about the 30-yard line for the Hawks. And that's where Kalen Fisher and company will take over with 29 seconds left to try and get into about the 25-yard line. That seems to be Caden Leonard's field goal range this year. And so they have to go about 50 yards here to get into field goal range with only 29 seconds left.
Yeah, a couple shot plays, see where they're at with this one, but if not, they'll gladly take a 28-point lead into the half.
If I had to choose between Jacob Stats or Amazon AWS Next Gen Stats, I would take Jacob every single day.
Wow. As Bubs will throw on first down, and it will be caught by Hayden Doherty. What a catch, but he is unable to get his feet inbounds. Incomplete. He had another one of those last week against Queen Creek late in that first half, which he was able to come up with a master catch. but unfortunately was not able to get both feet inbounds. And so the Hawks had to settle for a field goal, which they ultimately missed, and that was the difference in the game for the Hawks. As we see the amazing Highland Hawks student section.
Amazing Highland Hawks student section. Not the biggest numbers today, but they're all showing pride. Wearing the red tonight is the red night.
As Bubs on 2nd and 10 will line up on the 30-yard line with 25 seconds left. 2 receivers on both sides of him, as he'll have to scramble and throw it all the way across the field to Gavin Priest, a little bit over his head, incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 10 with 18 seconds left.
Yeah, just getting a little sticky right there, throwing it away, making sure you don't make a silly mistake and so close to your own end zone. Of course, up 28, you're not going to want another one to go across because the second half is going to be a long second half, if that's the case.
And as we heard, you may have heard from our mics, the Hawks defensive line and middle linebackers coach was not happy with those two big runs. He was angry, as I expected, because coaches do not like to give up plays like that. As Bubs on 3rd and 10 will complete to Anthony Martin. He'll have some space down the right sideline, and he will be dragged out, and that will be a horse collar tackle. So he will be down at the 40-yard line and tack on 15 more, and the Hawks are right where they need to be for Caden Leonard field goal range. And let's check out the replay here.
Look, he just swoops in there like a hawk, and he's able to fly, flutter his wings, able to jump around, able to get exactly the range he needed, and the horse collar just pushed him further ahead. But yeah, what Jacob's saying, you might have heard the defensive coordinator right there yelling at the Hawks team, because from the sideline, we're at the top of the student section here, and you could still probably hear him all the way from down there. He was not happy about that one.
And the Hawks will have 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Probably time to take one shot to the end zone and then settle for 3 points.
Boom!
And it looks like the Hawks will call their first timeout of the half. Up 42-14, as Noah Yogurkin is hyped up right now and also freezing cold.
No, I'm just cold.
Not hyped by this excellent Hawks performance here tonight?
I am absolutely, yeah, that. And also the Suns' performance.
Yeah, good day, good night for Arizona sports here at
Great night.
Gilbert.
Dude, these Suns, they're going places. And those Cardinals. Maybe not the Diamondbacks. They need Christian Walker.
Yeah, and I'm not allowed to shout out where, but if you have seen some of my stuff online, I do talk about the Cardinals every week. So if you see it online, be sure to like and comment on those type of things.
Be sure to type in the name Jacob Fredericks to your Google search bar, because he is famous and he makes incredible stuff.
Not quite famous yet. We'll get there, though, soon.
He's famous in my heart.
We'll have 3. As the Hawks will have 1st and 10 from the 25, 9 seconds left. Bubs will line up in the shotgun with 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Bubs drops back in the shotgun, takes a shot to Max Brown to the end zone, and it'll be intercepted. What an interception. Exactly what the Hawks did not want to end this half.
Basically a punt there on that interception, but excellent coverage by the Jaguars, and this is why you don't give up so early. Look at this. Bub thinks he's got a man open, Max Brown, but no.
Wow.
One-handed
what an interception.
Sports Center top 10. Here he comes.
And it's cold, man. That ball hurts.
What an interception for Desert Ridge to end the half. And they end the half on a good note. 4 seconds left. You expect them to just take a knee, although on their last 2 runs they have had touchdown and touchdown from this side of the field, but you do expect Desert Ridge to just go into the half down 42-14.
Do you expect a draw play from the running back to the right side of the field?
Honestly, at this point, I don't see why not, as the Hawks have been struggling to stop it.
I would be interested to hear the defensive coordinator if a play like that succeeded.
As on 1st and 10 from the 20,
a head might be chopped off.
As Julian will take the stop and hand to Reggie Butler, and he will have a lot of room down the right sideline. But Grady Crandall is able to put an end to that finally, and that'll wrap up the first half. So after a half of play, the Highland Hawks lead the Desert Ridge Jaguars 42-14. Most of those points were early in that first quarter.
Yeah, and the Jaguars seem to have found something there at the end of that one. Look for them in the second half to be able to make this game a little bit closer. And thank you guys so much for tuning into this half of play, and we'll catch you in the third quarter.
Yeah, to put it in perspective, that first half of the Highland Hawks, I'm going to give you a boom for every touchdown, all right? Boom, 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 boom. got 6 booms. Go Highland Hawks!